Welcome back, guys. We may or may not have filmed the beginning of this.
Yeah, and it was going perfectly fine. And then
I was just not.
We were arguing before it. Fine, whatever. It was going perfectly fine.
Okay, we don't need to talk about it.
No, yes, we can. This is not like you guys are our friends, okay? We can talk about it. We were arguing. When are we not? And then we started it. It was going fine. We were kikiing about it. And then she was like, no, we have to stop. And I was like,
okay, I did not say it like that.
But you said it.
Okay, but not like that.
Anyway, whatever, guys. We are doing...
Our emotions are just very high. Hello? Our emotions are just very high because we have been put through the ringer with this trailer. So,
anyway, as I was saying, we are doing our trailer trailer recap. We got the trailer last night. We've had some time to, study it, marinate in it, go through all the emotions. Clearly, they're still affecting us.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, we're just gonna go over like the high points, the low points,
we're
everything in
just
between.
Go over everything.
And there's gonna be a bonus episode, so we still have an episode coming out.
Yes.
Later in Monday, but there's gonna be a bonus episode. So, I'm Isabella, by the way.
I'm Anya. And let's just jump right into it. So I think we should start with the songs, which is that they use the same songs as they did in the teaser. And
disappointed but not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily disappointed. I kind of expected it to happen.
I think we could have had more. Only because, like, there's so much potential for just even Taylor Swift songs. We could have used more, but I didn't think we were going to use more. Although I think it would be fun, like other artists. But I didn't think that was going to happen. But we had so much potential for other Taylor Swift songs that would have hit.
Yeah.
Not that these didn't hit, but like it just...
Maybe they're just saving them for the actual show.
I don't know.
Anyway, I expected that to happen because last time when season 2 came out, they had used August for the teaser, and then they added back to December for the trailer.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised, but
they did basically they used the same 2 songs that they did in the teaser and the trailer. But hey, the versions of those songs hit, so I'm not mad.
I'm not mad, but I'm just like, we could have done more.
Yes.
Whatever.
So, wow, we're gonna go frame by frame. So
much happens.
Duh. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
But like duh.
I will say though, I am not disappointed at all. Like,
me either. I think where people are like, if you haven't like read the books or know what's gonna happen, it is so shocking. I feel like,
and confusing. Like, wait, huh?
What the hell? Huh? Marriage? No.
Yeah. Did you see the reaction of that mom?
Our favorite mom.
If you know what
she was freaking out, and rightfully so. Like, if I didn't know what was gonna happen, I'd be like, what the heck?
If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. But there's a mom on TikTok that everybody loves because she loves Conrad and Lisa Married to Pretty. She also reacts to Love Island. But anyway, her reaction was so funny because she was like, married? Like, what? What's going on? And so, yeah, if you don't know any context or you haven't read the books, like, it is kind of shocking. Like, wait a minute, huh?
But also, they leave out so much in terms of the plot. Like, they leave out the whole Lacey bro plot. Which I
kind of expected to be in the trailer, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, it makes sense that it's not.
They leave out all the context or like all the content from Paris, which like makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't see Susanna once, which is kind of shocking to me.
Well,
flashbacks exist, you know?
Well, yeah, but I don't think they're gonna give us a flashback in the trailer.
They did it last time, or like at least her voice or something.
Okay, but
girl, that is not that crazy to say.
She was still alive for like part of the season last
No, she
time.
wasn't. It cold open, she's dead.
Well, but half of the season was flashing back. So.
Exactly. There's gonna have flashbacks as well this season.
Really.
Yes, it is. Half of the book is flashbacks.
Okay, well, yes. But they're not with her, is what I mean.
Okay. Conrad is one with her.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm sure.
Anyway,
okay,
she's not in the trailer.
No, I'm sure Billy's gonna have more flashbacks with her either. Like, this is kind of about her. Like,
this is true. It's expected. So anyway, we got to see John in the trailer, which is like, huh?
Yeah, we got to see more than anything.
So, is that it? Is that your first thoughts? I feel like we were going somewhere with that, but I forgot.
No, those are my first thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts, but
well, this is true. Okay, so let's jump right in. So we see first little scene is Belly, and we'll just play it so we can kind of see. So obviously she's heading back to Cousins. Oh my gosh, we start off strong.
We see so many flashbacks within the trailer. Like, it's not that crazy for me to be like, Susanna should have, but like, I assume she would have been in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second scene is literally the flashback.
Literally, we are 5 seconds in, and already a flashback of Belly and Conrad of the first season summer. And she says, quote, "First loves are important, pause, but they're not as important as lasts."
And that's a direct quote from the book.
Yes.
So,
again, starting off
not
strong.
surprised they're using that. No. Like, that's a good quote for the trailer.
So they're at Cousins Beach, and already we get Jeremiah and Belly being all lovey-dovey right in front of the house, as we expected, because they're still together. And again, if you know the plot of the book, she's staying at the house, and we know what's going on.
We know.
So they're being all lovey. Ugh.
I also want to mention that, like, their only dialogue between Belly and Jeremiah
in the trailer is them arguing.
No. Let me finish. In the only dialogue between Belly and Jeremiah is them arguing about Conrad, and all the other scenes are just kissing. And I'm like, okay, that's
like, there's
funny.
no.
I mean, like,
we don't hear anything other than that. That's true. Oh my gosh.
This was crazy.
Yeah, for them not only to add this to the trailer, but also be like one of the first things that we see.
First dialogue Conrad. We see.
Yeah.
Like, of new content.
Yes.
Like, the first dialogue we see is of Conrad and Agnes. Which the scene changed. First of all, spoilers for literally everything.
Yeah.
Y'all should know that.
Yes.
The scene changed from the book, though, because in the book they're in a library, and it's like, whatever. Here he's clearly at the bar. He looks so good.
One thing I will say, Conrad looks really good. But I am kind of hurt that they didn't keep that hair for the rest of the season, because, oh my gosh, that hair is so good on him.
I mean, it's just,
like, it's perfect. And he looks older.
Yeah.
And the other hair that he has later in the season, like, I don't mind it, but this would have done numbers. But yeah, and it is.
And I think he has it for longer than you think.
Well, this is true,
because all the stills we've had so far, his hair is like that.
Yeah, but that's like him in college. I feel like once he gets back to Cousins, you're gonna have like, it for a while. Different. Okay, but I meant, like, keep it throughout. Anyway, yes, we get the iconic scene, well, in the book, but where Agnes asks Conrad, "Have you ever been in love?" And he says, "Once." And so we get to see that here. And then she asks him, what does she say?
What is her name?
Oh, what is her name? He doesn't say it. Like, we don't actually hear him say it in that conversation, in that scene. But then later on, okay, it pounds to Steven and Taylor being all cute in college, whatever, kind of irrelevant for us right now, to be honest. So then it pans to the part we see in the teaser where they see each other at Christmas 2.0, and in the teaser we didn't hear Conrad say like, her name, but it says he says Belly, and so it like confirms that he's gonna say Belly either way. Yeah. As we know. So it's interesting that they put that though in the trailer.
Yeah, I not necessarily. I think it's interesting that that's like, again, the first dialogue we see between characters within the trailer. But I mean,
One thing though,
I don't think it's like
I think they are like they are shifting it though, because in season 2, because it was Jeremiah's point of view more ish, we did get a little bit of that, I feel like, in the trailer for last season, and then this season it's switching over to Conrad. Like, we're gonna get a little bit more of his insight and point of view. Anyway, let's keep going. There's too much to talk. We're only 30 seconds in, guys. Okay,
again, more flashbacks,
but we hear Belly's inner thoughts, and she says it's she says quite a little bit, but we get flashbacks of Conrad and her relationship. And she says, I loved him in a way that you can only really do the first time around, but that's the past. Jeremiah, he's my future. This is the way it's supposed to be. He is the one. Well, and then it changes throughout what she says, but
yeah, like different frames come up. But I mean, I don't really have anything to say. It's expected what she's gonna say, like things.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's her in the book.
Yeah, that's her. That's like reiterating her thoughts on the book throughout a lot of the book. So
it's funny though, because she says these things and it's like, oh no, it's in the past. Yeah. While there's literally like moments between her and Conrad, and then like just everything that happens in the book. It's just funny that Jenny decided to like add that. But yeah, like you said,
I think expected. It's like the perfect for.
So we see a little bit more of Belly and Jeremiah in college, things that we saw in the teaser. We see Jeremiah in glasses.
So I don't know what he needs them for, but he looks good.
He does.
Never had glasses before, but sure.
He does. He does look really good. And then this is at like his apartment. I'm
guessing it's his apartment in Boston, maybe.
I think so.
Because I don't think it's not his frat house.
It's not his frat house for sure. And there's a little bit of a mess going on, which who cares? But you can tell the difference between brothers.
You can tell the difference between brothers, and people like try to point that out, and I get it, but like I don't really care.
Yeah,
like, whatever. You know what you're getting into when you're going to a relationship. Just because you're messy doesn't mean like you're horrible, but that's not his qualities.
It does give you bonus points though if you're not messy. But
true.
But
that's not his qualities to have a gripe against. I have other gripes against him.
Yes, that's just. It just goes along with the character in a way, though. Like,
because that's funny. How he is.
Yeah, Jenny is just funny. So anyway, continuing. Oh, and then after Belly says that, and he's like, he is the one. We get the scene.
The garden scene
from the book. Again, this is really like what, and we said it in our reaction, but
like it's so accurate to the books. Like it is. Like
Jenny does such a good job
out of the book, like literally.
Jenny does such a good job of making the scene look exactly like what it is in your brain when you're reading it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, but again, like she literally wrote that, so of course, like she wants it to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really funny that I saw something on Twitter earlier, and it was like, this season you can tell is the closest one to the books.
The closest one to the book for sure.
And like a lot of people were
every scene. And I know there's gonna be a lot that's added that's gonna like change things for sure. But like
a lot of people, especially Team Jeremiah, were like, no, like this is different, like, blah blah blah. And so it's funny that I think Jenny like saw some of those comments and was like, actually, no. No, this is gonna be the season that's the closest to the books, which as it should be. So anyway, we get that scene. Susanna is in it. There's a flashback with her and Laurel.
I forgot about it.
I forgot about that too, to be honest. But anyways, we get that iconic garden scene, which we know they're remembering Susanna in such a like cute way. And then we see Belly in her purple dress. She's smiling at blue. Jeremiah. It looks purple.
Looks blue to me.
What does it look like to you guys? I don't know.
It looks purple. I think it's blue.
It looks like
I think she describes
pastel.
She describes it as lilac, so it's purple. Yeah, but it looks blue to me.
Yeah. So, anyways, again, straight from the books, and
I think she describes it as periwinkle, which is a blue purple. Anyway,
I don't remember what she describes it at, but again, it's straight from the book, so we can assume, which we said in the teaser, I'm pretty sure, but we can assume Miss Girl Shape 3 times. Was it 3 times? Twice, because she just knew that she was gonna see her fiance's at this point brother. Crazy work. Also,
oh my gosh, this was crazy.
No, yeah, okay, so it pans to the dinner that they have after Susanna's thing.
Lunch.
Yeah.
It wasn't dinner.
Well, I don't know. They could change it in the anyway, we go straight to that, which we assumed that we're gonna put in the trailer. Like,
I didn't the engagement announcement. I wasn't sure because I didn't know how much they were gonna show. Well, I mean, they had to.
Yeah, because that's part of the plot.
Anyway, it looks exactly what I thought in my head.
Yes.
TBH.
It's
not the seating arrangement though. The seating arrangement in my head was different, but it's really exactly.
I pictured the restaurant a little bit more dim, to be honest, in my head. But anyway, that's
like nitpicking and like so irrelevant.
Yeah, that's beside the point. But the interesting part about this is that in the book, Belly doesn't want to tell everybody at this point that they're engaged. She even has her like she even took her ring off. Like she didn't want to make it about her. But we see now in the trailer that she is the one that says we're getting married. So
crazy. I'm excited to see the lead up to that.
Yeah, like I want to know what's going in her head.
In the book, like they're kind of going back and forth. Like Jeremiah's like, no, we'll announce it, and she's like, no.
Yeah,
like they kind of go back and forth for like a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
So
and she does get mad that he says it then. So for it to change like this, it's interesting, like why and what led to that.
Yeah.
And then we get
Laurel,
Laurel and her Bob, and
Laurel,
she's like,
you know what? I am claiming it right now. Laurel's my favorite character. I love her.
Besides Conrad, or in general?
I mean, Conrad's up there, but I just love Laurel. I mean, again, they're very similar, but I just love her. She's my girl. I just get her. I get her
this season.
I am rooting for her and her only. Mm-hmm. I just love her. And I think everybody should love her too.
Yes.
I mean, everybody does, but more.
So, Belly says we're getting married, and she says, I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
As we expected, because, again, if you read the books, you know.
I am, like, upset. Not.
But
let me talk. Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I am, like, upset, but also not because, like, I'm excited to see it when the show comes out. But I want to see Conrad's reaction. Like, we don't see his full reaction.
No, we only see like,
him, like, afterwards when Steven asks him. I want to see his, like, shocked, like, initial reaction. Like,
the face drop that's going to happen. Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
And I'm excited.
I mean, I get why they didn't show it.
I'm excited to see the rest of the dialogue in this scene because
them fighting. Yes, girl.
It's going to be.
And then
so
I hope that waiter comes up. That was like my favorite part in the book. The waiter just like judging them, and I was like, yeah. So
them accusing her of being pregnant. Yes, that's what I was about to say. Like, that's too good. Like, it's gonna be too good. Adam's reaction too. Like, I'm excited to see his face. Anyway.
Also, oh wait, no, never mind.
So Steven turns around and asks Conrad, "Hey, did you know about this?" And he goes,
No.
And his hospital.
No.
Yeah, like
I'm calling it panic attack after this.
Oh, something's gonna go down.
That pre-panic attack face.
Something is gonna go down. Well, my man looks so shocked. Like, look at him. Oh my goodness.
He also really looks good in gray.
I also wonder if he's just gonna like make it more dramatic than it had been.
I don't think he is.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he is. I just think he's gonna go off and have a panic attack by himself. Maybe Steven's gonna try to like help him out, and he's gonna be like, "No, bro, I'm good." But I don't think it's gonna be like more dramatic than it is.
I don't know. It's gonna be so interesting.
Because I think Belly and Jeremiah are gonna be too busy like trying to confront or / not confront Laurel to like have any. The attention is
definitely
Conrad.
Not gonna be on him.
Yeah, like Conrad, he's dealing it with himself.
Yeah,
you know,
like he always does. Anyways, so wow. Then it pans to Jeremiah and Belly talking to Laurel,
which we had seen from the teaser, him getting there, and we were all like, clock it. We know what scene this is. And we were right.
We were right.
We were right.
Who could have known?
Yeah. I wonder why they made it at night. Because in the book,
it was in the morning.
It's in the morning.
I mean, maybe he got off from like his internship.
These are like super nitpicky things. I'm just wondering. Like, oh, it's just I notice it. But also,
and like how long after their engagement announcement is this?
Yeah,
like is it a couple of days or like did they? Because
I think it's a while.
I was pretty upset.
No, I think it's like in the book, like a week or something, because we see that phone call she has with Jeremiah. And I think that's in the time between. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's in the time between while she's like working and stuff. Because it just makes sense. I was going to say, literally straight from the book. Like straight from the book, the scene, the dialogue and everything.
Yes. Laurel's like, you two aren't ready for a commitment like this. Like, you're talking about a lifetime. And then Jeremiah's like, I want to be with Belly for a lifetime. I can commit to that easy. And then she says, that is how I know you're not ready.
Again, book. I
want her to like
slap someone again.
Well, maybe.
No.
But I want her to expose Jeremiah so bad, like she did in the books, where she's like, "You didn't even buy that ring." Like,
oh yeah,
sure. How did you buy that ring? Blah blah blah.
That's definitely
which we have to talk about the ring too, but we'll get to that when we see it. But anyways. What we've seen thus far already so good. So
thus far,
straight from the book, like again, Jenny, I have no doubts, and I will continue to say that. So then we pan to which now you think is before, where Belly and Jeremiah on a phone call, and she's like, she's crying. And she says, how are we supposed to do this without both of our moms? Which in this scene we get to see. Like, if you really pay attention, and it's roaming around Twitter if you want to know, the ring, which everybody is assuming is the engagement ring.
What was I going to say? I for like a second forgot that Susanna was dead and was Jeremiah's mom. Because she says, how are we going to do this without our moms? And I was like, Laurel's the only one who's mad. Like, that was my first initial thought. Like, Laurel's the only one who's mad. But then I remember Susanna, in fact, not in the picture.
Yeah. So
but
anyways, we got to talk about the ring because
tiny little thing. You can barely talk about it. It's barely there.
And it looks like a seashell. It doesn't look like there's like
that's why I don't know.
rock on that or anything. Like,
it's probably like I'm gonna propose to you with this ring.
And I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get a better ring, but like, I just wanted to propose to you so bad that I got you this ring.
And it's like a summary thing because blah 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 blah. I can see that, especially because it's such like a quick thing for him to like
dude doesn't even think about it.
No. But anyways. Nah.
Embarrassing.
I'm judging.
If a guy ever did that, I'm like, we're not announcing anything. First of all, I meant like, if a guy ever like spur of the moment proposed to me, first of all, I don't think I would be with a guy who did that. But if he did, and he was like, I'm proposing you with this whatever ring, like, or like a paper ring, or you know, I wouldn't be like mad per se, but I'm like, I'm not announcing anything until you get me a proper ring, girl.
Real.
Because I ain't about to be embarrassed. Real.
And also just the circumstance of like how this whole thing has happened. Like, it's just so
I mean, but people don't know that. But like, whatever.
Anyway, let's continue. Anyways, he says, I got you. Like, I got this. Don't worry. Basically, he doesn't seem too worried because when does Jeremiah seem too worried about serious stuff? Anyway, we get to see her then at what we know is her engagement party.
Her engagement party.
She looks so good.
Is at Taylor's house. I love it. I love that look on her.
Yeah, I also love Taylor's hair here. Like, they look so grown up.
Yeah, they do.
We hope to see Laurel in this, but who knows? Like, well, girl, obviously she's going to be there, but it doesn't show her there.
Well,
so,
obviously.
For obvious reasons. But anyways, we'll see how this turns out. She doesn't look too happy, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, no.
Billy does not look too
I wonder who's all going to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But anyways, Taylor tells her, you and Jeremiah are so lucky. Like, you're so lucky to be with someone or to spend the rest of your life with someone that actually loves you, blah, blah, blah. And then it pans to, Belly and Jeremiah in bed, which we all know what that means.
Again, like, disappointed but not surprised. And okay, I am disappointed because it's yuck. It's yuck. I'm sorry. Like, and I know this is like, people are gonna be like, why are you worried about it? I don't care. I don't care who she goes with. I don't care about that. It's just, it's brothers. That's yuck. I'm sorry. And it's not Belly's fault. It's Jenny's fault.
Yes.
Because I hate, like, brothers trope is already pushing it, and I know I'm saying this as someone who has a podcast about this show. Like, clearly I like this show, but like, I can overlook the brothers part of it, you know, but it's still icky. So then just like, everybody's sleeping with everybody, and then it's yuck. And I'm not like saying they shouldn't, like, they're clearly together, like, whatever.
No, they shouldn't.
I'm just saying, like, it's a problem with the trope, you know? And it just, yuck. I don't like it. I'm not surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting them not to, but like,
I will say, one, I am disappointed, and two, I am kind of surprised because I guess after reading the articles and them kind of inferring,
no, in the articles they
or not inferring, but like confirming that, they were like, whatever. But like, seeing it,
they were trying to make us not.
They were like slowing us into like,
they were trying to like make it not a big deal for us. And again, it's not a big deal that she sleeps with Jeremiah. Like, I don't mind that. It's the fact that they're brothers. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like it. It is yuck. Again, it is a problem outside of the canon. It is a problem with the specific trope.
Yes.
Like, don't.
No, it's yucky. It's nasty. Like, I'm not gonna like it. Sorry, I'm not gonna try to understand it or defend it. Like, no. It's just a no for me. It's gross. Especially because we know what happens in the future, and like, it's just like weird.
You're married to this girl, weird. And you know your brother has seen her naked.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's not just that, like, everything, but also it is interesting though, because is this a, like, they show it and it could just be like whatever, like a little filler scene that they're gonna have, but maybe it could be like a reconciliation thing that they've never done it, and then after the
I hope not
engagement that happens, that could be a possibility.
That is horrible.
But that is horrible.
If that, oh my gosh, if that happens, I'm puking. No, because that is horrible.
Because that is not her her dorm.
No, it's probably his freaking frat house.
So I don't know.
Ew, not a frat house.
I don't know. All I know is I don't like it. Okay.
There's a lot of avenues.
I don't like it, and nobody could tell me anything to me be okay with it. Like, it's just not, like, I don't like it.
Me either.
Moving on. Because
moving on enough about
they don't even need that much attention. Okay, so we see Belly and Jeremiah again being all lovey-dovey. Blah blah blah.
More flashbacks.
Okay. Okay. In whenever it pans after her engagement party that we see, she says, when I'm with Jer, everything is easier. So that's when we see them together and being all cutesy. And then she says, but everywhere I go, there's a memory of Conrad. And during this part,
clearly we are continuing the crazy thoughts trope from last season. Girl, what? Oh my gosh. How are you just like, say that and still be okay with marrying him? Like, marrying Jeremiah. Like,
it's like she is not content from like what we've seen. It's like she's not content with having one of them. Like it has to be both in a way. Do you know what I mean?
No, I just think she is not facing her she's not facing own herself thoughts.
Yeah, no,
like, she's not really processing what she's saying. That is a crazy thing to say if you're marrying his brother.
My girl just needs help, and she's needed help since she wanted to be with Jeremiah in the first place. Like, in season 2,
girl.
So she got with Jeremiah.
Crazy.
She got with Jeremiah 2 months after her and Conrad broke up. Like, clearly
a week after she was crying about Conrad.
yeah, like
out of
clearly,
her mind in love with Conrad.
Clearly, there was no.
Yeah. Anyway, we've talked about that extensively. We don't need to get into it in the trailer. We will
But
be getting
anyways,
into it further
as she
after.
says this, and as we start to get flashbacks of Conrad and her from like season 1, blah blah blah, the song starts transitioning into Red. So that is also interesting cinema. Jenny, I know what you're doing. So then we get her and Conrad current time. Again,
it's the first, guys, it's the first Conrad Belly scene we have from season 3 that we've seen.
No, we see the Christmas.
I said this is the first one that we see. Is it not? I'm watching the trailer. This is the first one I see. We haven't got anything before.
Yes, we have. We got Christmas.
Anyways,
she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I was thinking of all the stills. I was like,
we get a dialogue of them. The first dialogue, that's true, but not them. Anyways, so it is current time, and she's like, I feel like you have like everything, you know, figured
out. You're grown up.
Yeah, and he's like, well, you've changed a lot too. Yeah,
I mean, like almost
again,
exactly.
They're both different. Conrad is very mature. He's grown, obviously, like we've seen, like she says, and it's just cute. Like, I know exactly what's happening. Yeah, it's right after this.
Cute because we know what the day brings.
Yeah, we know what the day brings. He's wearing a white t-shirt, which that should tell you everything. She's driving. If you know about the peach scene, then you know.
Then we know.
Also, when they had the party last night for the release,
there was peaches.
There was peaches.
So plucking it.
Jenny is just in all of the little details. Jenny, I love it.
Plucking your.
I love it. We get Conrad in California,
is San Francisco.
I guess so. I
don't know where it is, guys. Honestly, I know it's in California. I don't really know. Let me look it up.
But then we get Conrad just looking over at her in the car with, look at those eyes. He is still in love, and we've known, and we know, like, my man is going through it.
It's in Stanford, California.
Is that close to San Francisco? So, yeah, Conrad is having a hard time to hide his feelings, as who wouldn't, honestly, after not seeing the love of your life, aka your ex, for 2 years.
It's closer to San Jose, but it is close to San Francisco. So, anyway,
he's in California. That's all that matters.
No, I was just curious.
Continuing, and then we get more flashbacks. The infinity necklace.
Literally, all the flashbacks are about her and Conrad.
Oh my gosh, this scene it's the same day because they're wearing the same outfits. Yeah. They're having dinner. I
love that blouse. I think it's so cute.
Yes, I love her outfit. I've seen so many parallels on Twitter and on just anywhere with this scene, and then the notebook scene.
It is very much
from giving. When they reunite. It is giving. I was like, honestly, when I watched the trailer, I was like, this looks kind of familiar. What I've also read the book, like we read the book, so it's kind of like me seeing it come to life. But yeah, no, whoever clocked it, you're right, and thank you. Yes, and
I'm excited to see how it plays out because Jeremiah could be there at dinner, but I don't think he is. I think he just shows up late. They're having dinner.
Yeah. From what I have seen, and what I have also seen theories on Twitter, is that it's just them two. It's the night where he's like, "Oh, you only eat like crappy food."
We know what,
and so blah blah blah. So then they're having like a fun, good time. Jeremiah walks in, and then he gets all like, ugh.
He puts on his Jeremiah and so jealous face.
Then Conrad's like, "Oh, I'm walking out because like." Ew, I can't.
Because then we get from like the first stills we got a still of them making out.
Yeah,
Jeremiah and her.
So then, what people are saying, this girl has to like
get on him,
and like be like, "No, I love you. Make out with me."
Because then we see
to make him feel better about himself.
We see them on the dock again.
Yeah. And then we also think
eventful day.
We also think that this is the day that Conrad decides to be like, actually, I can't do this. Like when he decides to leave. So we'll see. We'll
but
see,
guys.
It's looking a lot like
so long.
Yeah, it's looking a lot like that's what's gonna happen.
A lot to go.
Anyways,
a lot
but
to happen.
Conrad's just so giddy, so happy. Look at my man. Ugh. We are gonna defend Conrad Fisher. Like, our life depends on it. Oh, this scene. We get Taylor. We all know what we all know.
Not too much of my girl, but I can't stand this. I can't, because first of all, we know where her relationship status is. She's on and off with Steven.
Yes.
She helped Steven cheat.
Yes.
That's how they first got together.
Yes.
She then basically cheated on her boyfriend.
Yes. Which kind of makes sense as to why she's defending Jeremiah, if she's okay with that.
She's defending Jeremiah, who, in a facet, cheated.
Mm-hmm. And she knows about it. But
is mad at Conrad?
For doing what? For, like,
I'm assuming this is the morning after the beach confession, where, I mean, this happens in the book. Like, Taylor gets mad at him. I'm assuming that is so. Again, like, Taylor, I cannot defend you because where you are at in your life
and what you've done
and what you're saying,
like, you don't really have enough credit
she does not have enough credit. Back that up. And I get, like, in her mind, she's like, well, Belly, I don't want to see her hurt. Babes, she's been hurt.
Yeah.
And
she's been hurt by both brothers at this point. Just because Jeremiah and her are engaged and are, going to tie the knot does not mean that she hasn't been hurt by him.
We see her later. We see what happens with Steven. I think after that, she's going to be like,
she's going to realize, like,
don't waste your life on Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Be with the one you actually love.
Yeah. We will see. But anyways, no. Again, why is everybody...
why is it always Conrad's fault? Y'all, get off him.
Look at his face. That looks like a heartbroken man because he is heartbroken. Ugh. Moving on. I can't with her.
Good acting.
Yeah, Then we see Belly in a red dress at the country club. Then Conrad looking at her all lovey-dovey.
I don't know what's going on. Like, are we assuming it's the same scene?
I don't think so.
I want to know.
No. I am assuming it's the same thing.
I feel like at first that wasn't obvious to me.
It isn't. I don't know. Maybe it's his point of view.
My only thing is because I don't know what he's doing in a country club.
Maybe he dropped her off.
Yeah, maybe it's like in the trajectory of him helping her.
Something along those lines.
I don't know. We will see.
But anyways, while we see Conrad looking at her, obviously because he's looking at her,
we have someone else in our ear.
He's like, I see the way he looks at you. I have so much to say just about this one statement.
For real.
Jeremiah. I cannot with you, actually. Because we end the season, in season 2, him knowing, not only does he know, but he makes Conrad confess his love for Belly. And then he gets upset because he
still loves her.
That Conrad still loves her.
If it isn't the consequences of your own actions, you knew getting into this what the situation was. Why are you mad about it now?
Just because you guys are getting married is not going to change the fact that your brother still loves her.
Like,
hello?
Girl. And are you surprised that after he comes back, all of this is, like, coming up?
Like all of this is resurfacing. And of course it was going to.
And look, I will give him this one thing. I think this is a scene after
she tells
him, like, after she was swimming, like, the night before their wedding. So, because her hair is wet and everything. Yeah. So, like, he has a right to be mad. But no, he does, because his brother is confessing his feelings to her the night before their wedding. Like, he has a right to be mad. But that doesn't mean he's not stupid for getting into that situation in the first place, because he knew what was going to happen.
He doesn't have the right to be surprised.
Yeah. He has a right to be mad, but I don't have I don't have to feel bad.
Yeah, I have no compassion for that man. Sorry. But again, you put yourself in the situation. This is your problem. Moving on. And she says, it doesn't matter. This is between you and I. Then there's a flashback of her at the country club again. And then we get Steven talking to, I don't know who. Maybe Conrad? Maybe Belly? Who knows, actually.
Girl, what? He's talking to Taylor.
No, he's
not. You
not.
hear the dialogue. He says...
It has to mean something,
though. We keep coming back to each other. That it feels like it's never really over.
From what I
Girl, if we keep coming back to each other.
Okay, but he could be talking to Conrad, talking about
anyway.
me, and Taylor or somebody else. I think he's talking to someone else, to be honest.
Honestly, but I guess I don't care. What I find really fun and important about this little dialogue is we get John
and Laurel. That is a shot.
What?
What? That's honestly, coming out of left field.
Yeah, very much coming out of left field.
But you know what? I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I think
I'm here for a good redemption story for everybody. For a good
redemption story. As long as Laurel is happy, girl, yes. I'm happy for you. I'm glad she has someone in her corner.
Yes.
And I think it will be a good plot point for like Belly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It is interesting. Yes. And I'm interested to see if that goes anywhere. Like, the assumption is that it is, but like, they could be leading us astray.
And maybe it's like we tried, but that didn't work, and that could also help Belly, as in like
like who knows? But it could go either way. And again, as long as my girl Laurel is happy,
and then it kind of also relates to Belly and Conrad of like
for sure
we keep coming back to each other.
Yeah, like that dialogue relates to a lot of them.
Which we also get a scene of them.
We get scenes of Steven and Taylor,
but we get a scene. We get the Infinity necklace on Junior Mint, a double whammy
on Junior Mint under his scarf.
Yeah, like she's hiding that thing.
Yeah,
which I am interested to see like how this gets there in the first place.
I mean, I guess she just put it there like the summer after they went,
and like 4th of July. That makes sense.
Literally any moment she could have put it on him, but
that's just funny.
So, yeah,
like girls reminiscing on that. Also hiding it anyway. She's reminiscing on that.
Yeah, girls reminiscing on the bear,
and
with
we
her
get to see
wedding dress right next to
her wedding dress, but it says prom princess or what?
Yeah,
prom
promise.
So again, it's just like everybody dreams about having a dream wedding, and this is not looking like it.
Girls, isn't your dream wedding?
This is not looking like it. I like her shirt here too. Anyways, that is interesting. We got a bad ring. We get a bad dress.
I love this because at this point in the trailer, Red is playing, and it's the bridge
cinematic. Yeah.
No, this is the bridge where it's like remembering him comes in flashbacks and echoes, and at that moment, at flashbacks and echoes, we get flashbacks and echoes of Conrad and Belly at the beach,
right after their first kiss.
Unscenes from the first kiss.
Yes.
Beach scene. Yeah, I'm assuming we're getting a Conrad's point of view,
which we wanted so bad because we
knew they filmed more.
Yeah, and this also kind of looks like they filmed some of it this past time around too. But anyways, I'm just so excited to see more of that. Like what happened after they kissed, maybe a little bit of their conversations. Like, yes. And especially we get to see it in Conrad's POV. Like that's gonna be great. And then it flashes too. It's like so interesting because her and Conrad are
all like these memories of Conrad, and then
it's like a parallel to her and Jeremiah, and it's when we saw of them in college from the teaser.
Side note, real quick, the guy who's playing who we think is Redbird, Fine.
Jenny.
My goodness. He has a girlfriend. Sad.
Whatever.
but
he is really attractive.
fun.
I'm
Like,
excited to see him.
to have it on my screen.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
excited.
probably not gonna like him, but
no,
I'm gonna love him.
I think I'm gonna like him. I'm gonna, you know what? Unfortunately, like, I'm gonna like him.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to have someone that's that attractive on my screen.
Yeah,
I don't really
like
care what they have
another
to say.
attractive person. Well, this is true.
Anyway,
it's like Motorheads. If y'all haven't watched Motorheads,
if you
watch
know.
it.
Sorry.
And we got a text.
we got a text.
So anyway, we get another scene from the teaser where Jeremiah and Belly are in the pool. They're having fun. We assume this is 4th of July now because of what we see right after.
Yeah.
Which is Conrad closing his blinds in his room, and there's a firework going off in the distance.
He's pissed. He's
mad.
Pissed. He's sad.
He does not want to see what's right in front of him, clearly. So we think this is 4th of July. This could be some other...
Well, the fireworks are pretty...
Yeah, it's a giver. But I don't know if this is going to be his point of view, like, for 4th of July,
I'm
or
assuming.
if it's just going to be, like,
I think
scene that we see. Who knows?
Because this might be part of the flashback to 4th of July.
Yeah.
So I feel like that flashback would be in his point of view. Because they're going to be talking about, just like the Thanksgiving flashback was from Jeremiah's point of view, like the 4th of July flashback is going to be from Conrad's point of view.
But anyways, also, notice how he didn't make a big deal about it.
Notice how he's not throwing fireworks.
The tables have turned, and in a good way.
Yeah.
Because my man is holding on to his anger and everything by himself.
He sees that Belly's happy, and he says, okay.
He says that should be me, but whatever.
He's going to go play some Justin Bieber, but...
Real. Anyway, there's still a lot we need to cover. Does she say something here? No. She is... This is right after she gets dropped off from Jeremiah
first day at
Cousins, because she's wearing the same dress, and she's just kind of like...
She's in her room.
She looks lonely. That's all.
I mean, she's sad, clearly about her mom.
Yeah,
and,
there's a lot
how
going
things
on.
are going. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So, but then she turns to, what is it? Her right?
Yeah.
Turn to her right, and then it pans to her turning to her right at Christmas 2.0 with her and Conrad on the floor after she fell again, straight from the book. I am getting everything I've wanted and more. And then it's such a cute little cute
cinematic scene.
They're like laughing
on the floor, laughing.
Oh my god!
Jump to the punch at the garden ceremony, or at the garden.
Yeah, at the garden,
where we know what happens. Yes. We know why he's finding him. Listen, the plot is plotting. The book is booking.
Confirmed. And
literally, all I'm gonna say from now on is
letter mix up. We already had it confirmed, but actually confirmed.
All I'm gonna say now is literally Buck.
If you want to know what happened, read the book. There you go. There you go. And then you can watch it in real life. Okay. Also, did you see that Gavin said that was an actual punch?
Yeah, I don't know if I believe him. I feel like he was being silly.
Yeah.
Also, why would they do an actual punch? Like, that doesn't.
Hello.
It looks real.
It
for
does.
Sure. But I just
Kudos to that. But...
Yeah, like, I don't think it's an actual punch.
Yeah.
They're not over here punching on set. Like, what?
Anyway, I think
it was trying to be funny.
Yeah. All the Jared haters are like, please take
on
him away. Yeah. They're like, ew. Anyways, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
So then it pans to Taylor freaking out for some reason.
This is so interesting to me.
I think this is the like bachelor night.
Mm-hmm. But from BTS of filming,
yes,
we've seen Conrad and Belly, what looks like an argument between
an intense conversation,
some intense moment between them with these outfits in front of this restaurant.
Yeah, so
and we've also seen our girl. Y'all say Annika, right? It's Annika, right? With her in this moment, like from BTS, from like filming stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited to see everything that goes down.
Everything goes down this night.
Also, we didn't get to see her.
No. They didn't show Lacey either.
Well, of course they weren't gonna show Lacey, but like Annika.
Yeah, no. Girl. I thought they might have, shown a little bit of Lacey, but
I don't know. But
we'll talk about that after. So yes, and then we get Conrad surfing, punching the water. I know the dialogue that's going.
You've all seen it.
The scene. We've all seen it. We've all read it. We are so excited. Like, yes, give me more. He looks so good.
He does look good.
We don't get Lacey, but we get this.
We get Lacey confirmation.
Yes, because she's wearing the dress that we got from a still, which we assume is the frat party, which duh. Yeah. Because they're outside of frat house.
It's a frat party. It's the same
So we didn't clock this the first time, but after watching, we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the same dress!" And she's running and she's crying, and she just found out.
I wonder why.
She just found out about the whole Lacey Brown situation, and it's not good. It's not good. But again,
she just letting me know
that's actually happening. Also, this right after
this whole plot point is crazy
because I don't know what Jenny Han is trying to do with this and how that's going to affect everybody else. It's just it's
so Steven get into a car crash.
It's what so
intrigues me so much is I've seen on Twitter, I've seen 2 different tweets now of people who know what happens.
Yeah.
Of them being like, what happens after this is crazy.
Yes, I saw those too, and I'm like, wait.
Someone was like, me thinking about what happens after that car crash. Yeah. And I was like,
okay, I think it has to do with
what happens after that car crash.
Yeah. Like, thanks for not telling me, but okay. Like, how do you know?
I don't know, but like, everybody's like, it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then people kept asking, like, what happens? They're like, no, you're going to want to watch it. Like, you want to, like, be surprised about it. And I'm like, what?
It's going to be, it's interesting. I don't know what could actually happen and what Jenny's brain was going through this, or like, the writers and how, anyway. But I think it was because there was some leaks that came out like a month ago, and maybe they
I remember the leaks, but like
maybe they're not on the internet anymore. But I think they might have read that, and
yeah, I feel like
the trailer was confirmation that was real.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like a car crash trope.
Me either.
I don't like it,
especially because we see Taylor at the hospital.
Like I just crying. Don't like it. It makes me anxious. I've never liked it in like movies and stuff when it's like car crash like centered. It makes me so anxious. Like I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But again, this is gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
What happens to Steven? Like what's going on?
Hello.
Anyway, our dad just walked into the room. Anyway, yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what Jenny is doing with this and like
Jenny,
what's gonna happen.
I'm intrigued.
Is Steven okay?
I think someone was like, "Is he gonna die?" And I was like, "I don't think Steven's gonna die."
Someone said, "Is someone not making it out of this season?" And I was like, "Guys, no, okay, no,
like, it's not
no,
serious.
that's not what's gonna happen." I don't think so. And then this is towards the end, but we get Jeremiah again from what we think is
we get before that we get the Conrad
looking.
Conrad's sad at the garden again. Yeah. He's about to read that letter, girl.
He doesn't look like he got that hurt.
He just got punched. You're not even letting the punch marinate.
My poor boy Conrad. But then after this, we get what we assume is
the Bachelor
because like it looks like it's going to be that.
Yeah. This man is attractive from the back.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, Jeremiah looks back and he looks a little concerned. So I'm trying to figure out why.
I'm so intrigued.
Did because Conrad and Steven are supposed to be part of that group. So is Conrad talking to Belly right before they leave? Or
I don't know, because also I don't know. I don't know, and it's gonna kill me trying to figure out all these things.
Yeah, no. The amount of theories we're gonna get before we see episode
guys,
1.
we're gonna have an episode full of just like season 3 like theories and what we want to see.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have like the trailer, it gives us a lot more material.
Yeah.
But y'all, I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. This looks serious. It looks serious. And it could just be like
for
this
Jeremiah.
random thing. But
yeah, who knows? No, I don't know.
I don't know. Pans to Country Club. Pans to Laurel and John standing up again. This looks like she's walking down the aisle.
They don't look
too happy.
What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not gonna
like
remember
they're trying to be there for
apprehensive.
Yeah. And then we get Belly walking down what it looks like
down the aisle.
She's
looking concerned for a bit.
She looks stressed is what she looks like. She's wearing a white dress, obviously.
Duh.
And it's kind of descriptive to what the wedding dress in the book is for her and Jeremiah's wedding, which we don't really get. Anyway,
we do get a description.
Yes, we do. Never mind.
And it's that.
But I meant for her and Conrad's wedding.
We do get a description, and it's different.
Exactly. Okay. Anyway, she looks stressed. She doesn't look very happy.
And then she smiles.
And then what she's thinking is life is too short not to spend it with the person that you love.
That's not what she's thinking. Taylor says that.
No, she says it.
Taylor says it.
No, it's not Taylor.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not going crazy. Yes,
you are going crazy.
Life's too short not to spend it with the
It's her.
I swear that's Taylor.
No, it's Belly. Anyway,
because it wouldn't make sense for Taylor to say that.
It wouldn't, or would?
It would.
But it's Belly.
Y'all, I swear to you, I thought that was Taylor. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. She sounds like she's stressed while she's saying it.
Like it sounds
like she sounds like she might be on the verge of tears. Like it doesn't sound like your typical Belly. So that's also interesting. But she's leaving Jeremiah at the altar.
People are like, is it a dream? Is it a dream? Maybe. It could be a dream. But I think that girl was leaving that man at the altar.
I don't think so. I think Jenny is elevating everything to a different level.
Stakes, runaway brat.
And
this girl is leaving that man at the altar.
Oh, man.
I saw a theory. No, I saw a theory because the Summer I Turned Pretty Instagram posted a picture of the actress that plays Laurel, her name Jackie, watching the trailer with like in quotations lemon jelly belly. I saw a theory that was like, what if she's walking down the aisle and she starts says, like getting overwhelmed, and then she just looks at her mom and she's like, lemon belly jelly belly lemon jelly belly. Guys, that would be crazy. That would really make me bawl my eyes out.
That
would that would be crazy. I get chills. That could be
a possibility.
No, because imagine that. Like I
her not even making it down the aisle would make sense.
Yeah, like she's like me, and it's like, girl, she's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna make it down the aisle.
I also don't think Conrad's gonna be there.
No,
if she is walking down the aisle,
Conrad's gone. Conrad's reading that letter. Conrad is going through it.
Conrad is wrecked, both physically and
emotionally, mentally. So, I feel like that would be
that would
great.
Be really good.
Like,
and it would be like
a
good, not necessarily reconciliation because they already had it, but just like even more of like a
connection, like mother-daughter, like her turning to her because again, Jenny emphasized their relationship, but like how it's gonna grow and ebb and flow throughout the season. I just think what a great moment that would be.
That would be really good, actually. Wow.
I'm telling you, I will bawl my eyes out if that happens.
Yeah. And also I think something interesting is that Like the way they did her makeup and her hair for the wedding,
Very not her.
It's not her, and at the same time, it like looks like kind of sad. You know, like it looks kind of like
it just looks grungy because you have like that
gloomy.
eyeliner all over her eyes.
Yeah,
and,
which
like,
again, she could have been crying, which she probably has been crying.
but
But
yeah, no, guys,
the hair is just not giving like wedding day, like happy. You know, like that is also important. Like I feel like they try to tell you something.
You know, like it. I don't know. Anyway,
that was a lot.
Trailer. That was a lot. Guys, we have a month and
also
3 days.
Also, the Summer Assembly hasn't confirmed, but I've seen like already 2 people that were invited to the premiere that they're gonna have weekly episodes. So that means we're not gonna find out until like October.
Which that pisses me off. Unless they do like a schedule to where it ends at the latest mid-September. No, at the latest September. Like what are we doing?
I don't think so. I think what they're saying is real because they got to see the trailer beforehand.
My gripe with that is not that there are going to be weekly episodes, but that it's going to be dragged up until October, fall, girl, when you're starting it mid-July.
Yeah.
Like if you were going to do that, why not start it June 1st?
Mind you, this is a summer show. The summer. I told pretty.
Unless you're doing 5 episodes in the first one, like it's gonna be dragged out.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
I don't know.
Why? Guys, I have a life. I can't be doing this.
Not that I have a life.
Until October?
Yeah,
I have
gonna
plans.
be a wild ride.
No, actually, I have to make my plans around this. So,
well, you decided to do this.
No, girl. If I can do this podcast from wherever, but like y'all are just making it more difficult on me. What the heck? October also.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I'm already in the fall mood.
Yeah, this is true.
Like Gilmore Girls is playing.
Yeah, I've got my fall outfit. I don't want anything
cuddled up in bed. I do not want to go to the beach.
Anyway, but yeah, so hopefully, even though I think that that's what's it's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure they're about to confirm it soon. Hopefully,
yeah, they need to confirm it soon because we're all going crazy trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
and give us episode titles.
Yes, please. So then I can do more theories and be like, oh my gosh, okay, what is gonna happen? But that's the trailer. Again, content we are because
content, but now I know I have to wait home.
Now we have to wait. Now the real
wait begins
because these edits, this trailer is not gonna last too long.
Yeah, the breakdowns and the edits will only last another week.
Yeah, the
after
theories that, and all that.
After stuff. That, and okay, the good thing is though, we have things coming up. Okay,
yeah. We got the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers coming out next week. We have Love Island, which I'm not watching, but I'm keeping up with.
Yeah,
I am like definitely keeping up with that. We have The Bear. Not watching that either, but I'm definitely keeping up with it too. And then I mean, by that time,
I think the Buccaneers will keep us content for now because they have also weekly episodes or something like that too. So, and that comes out next week. So that'll keep us entertained for a bit. But oh my goodness, I hope they start giving us like, not necessarily like. Little clips, but I just want more behind the scenes, more interviews, more
like the
little things. Like give that to me now.
I'm excited for like the premiere and stuff.
Yeah, which they called last night premiere, so I'm like, are they actually gonna have a premiere?
Yeah, I'm confused. It's the last season. They're gonna have a premiere.
Yeah, they need to.
They have all shows have multiple premieres, so this was just one of the premieres.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Anyway,
So that's that.
We'll see you guys.
If you guys have any theories that you want to share, go ahead and do that because we are very invested. But I will say this. My endgame has and will be confirmed, continues to be confirmed, and I have no worries. In fact, I am so excited to see. I'm scared because of who I'm gonna become.
I just know we have to go through so much.
Yeah. But I'm happy. This, yes. I've seen what I need to see, and I've seen even more from what I was expecting. So,
and also, like, I knew it was gonna follow the plot, but like having those scenes show how exactly is gonna follow it makes me so excited for some of the other scenes. I personally love Valentine's Day.
Yes,
and I'm so excited. That's probably the part I'm most excited to see in season 3. Which again, we're gonna have a whole episode on what we want to see, but like I have to mention it. Like I am so excited to see Valentine's Day. Yeah, and I just know they're gonna add it to it. I know it's gonna be better. Yeah. So,
because all the other ones, like they've just been better.
They've been better.
So yeah.
Anyway,
that's that.
We're done for now.
We're done yapping for now.
For now, but we will be back.
We'll be back very soon. You'll see it
very soon for an episode I am very excited about. So yeah, that's our thoughts on the trailer.
Oh, the trailer.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
Bye.